Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Renzo here. Hello Jonas, hello Brian, hello Ruby, hello Mila, hello Arsenal, Mr. Serge, Linda, hello Bob, hello James, Bem, Nilu, Maria Simus, hello Ben Rossi, Jimmy says 22 here in Holland. Okay, I'm gonna paint Johnny Depp. Let's see. I wanted to do something first. I wanted to show you something that I do before painting. I used to check out the photograph and reverse the image to see if something is off, and I do that especially when I see that maybe something is a little bit off. Okay, I'm gonna share my window here. This is Photoshop. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to reverse the image. That would be the same like using a mirror. I don't know if you can notice something. It's something, about his nose. Usually, I don't know, when I was watching the image, I thought something was off about his nose, and now that I'm reversing the image, I know that his nose is kind of pointing that direction. Okay. I'm gonna reverse it again. Can you notice that? About his proportions, I think everything is pretty good. I can just use what I usually use, these measurements to keep everything in place. The center line, light and shadow. Another thing that I do, I keep squinting down my eyes. That would be like doing something like this, to try to check out the lights, highlights, and shadows. Okay. And now, when we see that something is off on a face and is somebody that, like him, we gotta just try to copy even those little things. Sometimes it's okay, we try to fix them. Okay? But not in this case. And I'm gonna begin blocking the face. Just one second, I need to move the image here. Okay, I got the image on my left, same size. Okay, I'm gonna place the whole head around here. There, I've got a little bit of space for the neck. And I have some space for mixing the colors. So people ask me so many times about my the canvas. This is just canvas, okay? And all this is a canvas. I use a portion of my canvas as a palette. Okay. Let's see. I got this something pretty nice about his face that's pretty symmetrical. The center line of the face, he's kind of almost to be in a perfect front view. Yeah? A little bit. Okay, I have light here, I have shadow here. Let's see the measurements. I can split the face. We can split the face in 3 portions. That's pretty good. Anytime that you feel that you're kind of, getting lost about the proportions, like you're drawing the nose too long, or the mandible too short, go back, okay, to these measurements. That helps a lot, especially these two, because this one it depends on the hair. Yeah? But from the eyebrow to the nose and the nose to the chin, that's something that we can always use. Okay, hello Nilu, Ben, hello Sylvia, hello Erald, Ben, Garu, hello Monique, hello Paul Moore, hello Works a bit, Marius, Gustavo. Okay, let's continue. Now, another thing that I will check out is just the distance between the eyes. Around here, and to place the eyes, I split this in 3 portions. If you go over my videos, you're gonna see that I repeat this all the time, and we gotta go always, over the same things, because it's practice. Practice is just repetition. Okay, from here to here in half, and I see the mouth here. And I think that works, you know, I'm trying to visually to measure, and I think it works perfectly. Yeah. Okay, something about his nose. I expect the nose like going like this, but his nose is going a little bit like that. A little bit, okay? Now, the only problem that we have sometimes when we try to copy something, you know, is we tend to exaggerate little things. We don't do that on purpose. It's just that in order to see it, when we tend to do that, it's just pretty normal for everybody. And I'm afraid that maybe in order to copy, maybe I'm gonna make a mistake with the nose things. I think nose, that's gonna be the thing that's gonna be maybe a difficult thing here to draw. Okay, I got my drawing. Now I check out for alignments. For example, I check out a horizontal alignment. Check out the photograph this. Check out the ear and the nose. Okay. Yeah. Check out, for example, here the edge of the corner of the beard, the beard with up with the eye. Check out on that on the photograph. The corner of the mouth here, the same. I cannot do that here because you know I do that on the photograph and then I have an idea that something is okay. Usually the width of the nose is the same width of one eye. Usually, okay? The neck, yeah. I'm comparing. I know it doesn't look like him right now, but at least I have some proportions. Yeah. And I think I should move the head a little bit lower. Huh? Looks like my camera is just a little bit lower. Should be down here. The top is here. Okay, I'm going to move his face a little bit low. That's gonna, you know, basically I'm gonna have to draw again. Anyway, this is useful. Just now, no, you know, for me it's gonna be like drawing again with paint. I'm picking up a little bit of linseed oil on my brush. I have raw umber. I'm gonna mention the colors. I forgot to mention the colors. Titanium white, cadmium yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, raw umber, and ivory black. Okay. Hello, Ben Rossi. Hello, Dayan. Hello, Gio. Hello, Brian. Do you use the same colors for the portraits you paint? Yeah, usually I use the same colors. Sometimes I don't use raw umber, and sometimes I don't use orange, and sometimes I just use yellow ochre and red and black and white. Nothing special about that. It's just, you know, I don't know what can I say about that. It's just, you know, one day I say, hey, you know, I'm gonna just use these colors, and that's what I do. I'm drawing the face. You know, you see my eyes here? I'm gonna move it a little bit lower. You see this line for the nose? I'm gonna move it a little bit lower. Okay, I'm squinting down my eyes. And when I do this, basically I'm trying to copy a simple shape. Simple, flat shape. Okay, the next thing that I use for drawing is lights and shadows. Okay, I'll squint down my eyes and I see, for example, that here's a little bit darker. Here's darker. A little bit of linseed oil, just a little bit. Dark, you know, the shadow. And shadow here. I'm comparing. Okay, let me see. Okay, I want to paint the background. Hello, exploring history. Jean is asking me, can you use any linseed oil? Yeah, I use this linseed oil. Acrylics. It's kind of cheap. Here is kind of, you know, $2. Yeah, okay, maybe right now is $3, which is, you know, just a simple linseed oil. I don't use too much. Right now I'm using just to make this pretty thing and spread it faster, and I use it sometimes usually to paint the background, just for the same reason, to paint faster the background. But for the face, I'm not gonna use any linseed oil on the paint. The brand I use is Winton, okay, from Winsor & Newton. Okay, I need the bigger brush to paint the background. I don't know how dark I'm gonna go with the background, but let's just use the raw umber. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now I see light and shadow, which makes things a little bit easier, you know, in order to copy. I try always to simplify, you know, the same way that I simplify when I draw with just straight lines. I do the same when I paint. Okay, I can start mixing 2, 3, 4 values. Sometimes I just mix 2 values, and sometimes 3, 4, 5. You know, it depends. But the idea is group. You gotta group, for example, colors for the shadows and color for the light area. Okay, something pretty simple, you know, that would be just mix orange with white, and you can use a touch of cobalt blue, raw umber, or black to knocking down this one. Okay. Now, you have basically one color here. Check out, obviously, with the photograph, you want to make it kind of cooler, warmer. You can add more orange. Okay, you can knock down the color a little bit more. Okay. Let me check out my saturation here. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna paint a little bit here. I think it's okay. Now, I'm gonna go over the areas that I know where it's gonna be some lights, okay, and highlights. For that, I'm gonna mix a lighter color here. Orange, white, and I knock down this with a little bit of umber. Okay. This is something that we need to practice, that we need to learn by memory. Okay, there's light here on the nasal bone, light here on the tip of the nose. Let's say that there's no highlight, but let's say the lightest, some of the lightest lights on the face. Light here, okay. We see the same lights on the same spots like all the time, or usually because of the structure of the skull, because of the bones, and because of the muscles on the face. Okay. You're gonna see me placing lights again here, because usually that happens. We go over the lights again and again. But remember those spots, okay? If you change the photograph, if you pick up any photograph, you're gonna see the lights on the same areas of the face. Let's say that's the how can I say it? You know, I mean, this is gonna be the same for we all have the same bone structure. You know, the skull is the same for everybody. Now knock down this color a little bit more. A touch of blue. Okay, we have those lights, and we can paint the rest of the face. It doesn't matter how you go. I could have painted this one first, and then this one. It's the same, okay? It's just like, it doesn't matter the order. I get to the same point. Okay, you see the lights? Now remember that, because that's pretty important. It's not just about these spots, you know. We can see the same lights on the upper and lower eyelids, on the mouth, but that's maybe the bigger spots with lights on the face. It's gonna be the same here on the shadow area, but this is gonna be grouped with shadow colors, okay? Okay, this is my blocking. I'm gonna start adding more paint as soon as I'm be sure about this blocking. Hello Lion, hello Butcher of Blavikin. Oh, thank you. Hello Ursula, hello Brian. Brian said you can paint using cyst. What's that? Cyst? Just curious about that. What's that? Anyway. Okay. Now I separate those brushes here. I'm gonna pick up a new brush, a clean brush, and I'm gonna mix a darker color for the shadow. I don't complicate myself too much, okay? I just think about the shadow just like brown, just brown. I mean, at the end maybe we're not gonna read the color as brown, because I'm gonna add a reflected light. I'm gonna make it cooler, warmer. You know, that's the process. But the very beginning, I don't need to think about that. It's basically one color here, the easier one, that's gonna be brown, and in this area I'm gonna do the same that I did here. Okay, I'm not using too much paint, not yet. Well, sometimes I end up my paintings with, with few paint. Sometimes I add more paint. Okay, now here, where we see some lights, and letting up this color. See, same spot. Light here, light here. Okay, light here. But it's in the shadow area. Okay, light here, light. But remember, the light is not like gonna pick up this color and gonna place it here. No. You trace a line here, separate this from this. That's your shadow family colors, and the other one is the light family colors. At some point, it's gonna beat everything, just a mess on my palette, maybe. I'm trying to keep a clean, organized palette. But once you establish the order here, you keep the order here on the painting. Okay? Now, one advice: it doesn't matter how hard you try to get the likeness. Yeah, there is, I could kill myself trying to get the likeness from the very beginning. It's not gonna be about that. I need to kind of work in this as a sculpture. As soon as I see more of the face, now I start molding and copying. But the first thing that I need is the placement of the eyes, nose, and mouth. Okay, and from there I move. Obviously, the placement right now of the features, the eyes, nose, is not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's enough for me to compare, and by comparing, start to move things. Oh, says great enthusiasm. Oh, thank you so much, Monique. Okay. Mm. Oh, you mean that I should be more like enthusiastic? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna try, okay? No, I mean that could be changing just the way I am. I mean that's kind of difficult when you gotta pay attention to paint, you know. Okay, let me place the ear. Okay, let me see. I'm comparing right now. I'm gonna I'm squinting down my eyes and moving my eyes, left to right to check out. Okay, I'm gonna use a tiny brush and I'm going to draw. Again, like using a pencil. Okay. Just checking. Okay. Let's just use raw umber and a little bit of alizarin crimson. Okay, let's see. Okay, the other eye. The upper eyelid. Something that helps for the placement of the eyes, nose, is having the image pretty close to your painting or your drawing. Yeah? Okay. Johnny saying, does the awkward stage come at the same time at every portrait? Yeah, maybe. Oh, you're welcome, Ruby. Ruby's telling me thank you for the critique session on the Cillian Murphy's portrait. Hello, Maggie. Hello, Barbara. Okay. Let's see. It's kind of half of his mustache has this have one shape like this, and this is a little bit different. The shape is a little bit different. Yeah. Let's see that on the reverse window. Here's Photoshop again. Okay, now you can see there. It's really, you know, look at this half and look at this half. So clear when we reverse the image. Yeah. 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 That's one of the reasons that why we need always a mirror. Okay. Okay, let's continue with drawing. Well, nowadays, you know, if you don't have a mirror, the cell phone, I think, is going to work pretty good just to reverse the photograph. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm start adding more paint. Yeah, Butcher Bluff, we can fix the mustache in your painting. No, I try to, when we paint somebody, just like, you know, we try to get the likeness because that's gonna be, you know, the challenge for me. If I try to fix little things like that, no, I just wanna just, you know, try to copy as much as possible. Even if I see something off, like the mustache or his nose. Hello, Mary, how are you? Hello, Arsalan, welcome. Yeah, okay. Mm, what about the width of the face? I think that's okay. Yeah. I'm trying to see shapes. Okay. You see the shape? Now the shape here is this. Okay. Yep. Okay, we can add more paint, or we can blend if we want. I'm gonna blend a little bit, okay? Now after blending, we gotta what's gonna happen is that the lights, you know, are gonna be the ones that maybe we're going to knock them down, because that's usually what happens when we blend. But just do it just for a little bit, okay? Because something pretty common sometimes that we want to smooth out the surface, if we want to do that, and we end up kind of flat, making everything flat. Because when we overwork, overblend, kind of mix the light with the midtone, and we won't see anything more. Like just it's gonna become flat. You gotta be careful about that. I don't think I'm gonna blend out this like a lot. I think I'm gonna see a little bit of brush strokes. Not like a impressionistic painting, but clean my brush. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I need to think. I need to compare. Mm, okay. Okay, I'm gonna add more paint. At the same time, I'm going to add a little bit of the reddish colors on the face. The midtone first here. Okay, I can blend a little bit here if I lay down the paint and I change the pressure of my brush. Okay, I go lightly and I blend. Or just simply just lay down a brush stroke like that and just use a different brush and blend. Okay, okay. I should have. Yeah, this color is not okay here. I was trying to paint the reddish colors on the face. Okay, is here the cheek, the nose, the chin, the upper and lower eyelid. Okay, sometimes a little bit on the forehead if we see that we need to add those colors. And for the shadow side, the same. They'll be reddish on the cheek, nose, upper and lower eyelid. The same on the shadow area. Okay. Oops, I dropped a brush. Now, another color that we see is green. Let's prepare green here. A little bit lighter. And we choose here if we exaggerate the green on the face or not. But definitely we're gonna see a little bit of green here. Okay, keep a little bit of red. Check out the spots where I place green. Check out, pay attention. I'm not gonna tell you everything. Okay. Too much green, yeah? Okay, I'm going to start just molding, and basically with this I'm showing you color and showing you values, light, midtones, and shadows. Okay, now we gotta go over this making a judgment, because that's kind of just one layer. Obviously there's no way to be so precise just in one layer. Now you gotta get closer to the photograph, to the color of the photograph. It's gonna take just mixing more, and comparing a lot with the photograph. Okay. Sometimes we just want to make changes on the color. We're free to do whatever we want. Obviously, keeping the skin color. Yeah? I cannot pick up the paint with this brush. Let's see some questions. Thank you, Mary. Hello, Mohammed. Hello, Enrique. Hello, Garu George. When you have an oil painting varnished, can you paint over it to fix any mistake you might see later? I no is you pick up a little bit of turpentine, and you with a brush go over, the varnish. That's gonna take out a little bit of the varnish. I will do that, okay, and then I'm gonna paint over. Now that's my opinion, but that's kind of, it varies from person to person, and I think it's gonna be better to do that. That's my opinion, personal opinion. I don't think that nothing really bad is gonna happen to the painting, even if we paint on top of the varnish. But obviously for retouching, yeah, it's not like we're gonna add a complete layer. I read about something about a painter, an American painter, Maxwell Parrish. I remember. Okay, and what I know that he used to, let's say, apply a color, let it dry, and varnish, and then paint over the varnish, let it dry, and apply another color. Let it dry, varnish, let it dry, varnish, like so many layers. And what I have heard that is his paintings used to kind of glow because of all those transitions between color, between layers. Yeah. Now, it's a technique. I don't know if something bad has happened with the paintings. If something bad is gonna happen, because what I know is obviously the varnish is separating layers, and maybe with time it's gonna peel off. Like it's gonna just drop down like some layers, since the varnish is creating a separation between the layers. Yeah, but who knows what happened, who knows what's gonna happen. Somebody new now know about that? Maybe I'm saying the name wrong. Maxwell Parrish, I think that's the name. Maxwell Parrish. Thank you so much, Monique. Maxwell Parrish, yeah. And that's a technique that's on purpose. Yeah. And Jim is saying that we can use retouch varnish, yeah. But Maxfield Parrish, he was using on purpose, you know, like no retouching varnish. Just he wanted to create a layer between, you know. Yeah. When I read that, I thought I'm gonna try that. I'm still thinking to try that. One day. For the nose, for the nostrils, I use a reddish color. If you get closer, you're gonna see that's red, just darker red. You can see it here. I don't know if you can see the color pretty clearly. I'm gonna add a little bit of white just to show the color. Look at that. I use this color for the nostrils. Now, obviously, maybe it's not gonna stay like that. Maybe I'm gonna just retouch it and make it darker. And for this area, the upper eyelid that goes to the tear duct, I use this reddish color too. And for the mouth. Okay, I'm gonna move the mouth a little bit up. Yeah. Okay, comparing. No. Okay, let's move to the other eye. Raw amber and black, a touch of red. Let's see. Okay, as you can see what I'm doing here, I'm trying to block in this, following the shadow. Okay, this, shadow, shadow, the eye, tear duct, and then I can move down to the nose. Okay. I'm gonna move the light. I have a light here on the nose. I didn't place it exactly there, but I think I just lay down a brush stroke and then I paint a little bit of a shadow and the highlight end up. It's kind of here. You have any question? Just let me know. Mary saying I've gone over varnished paintings for minor just adjustments. My feeling is I don't care if my painting is going to last 500 years. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I usually I don't remember it retouching like a painting like a lot, after varnishing the painting. If I have varnished the painting, it's just because I'm about maybe to send it someplace, to sell it, or something. That means that I'm not gonna see the painting maybe anymore. I varnish it, deliver. If there is a mistake, obviously I'm not gonna have the opportunity to retouch it. Yep. Yeah, that's usually my case. I can keep a painting here with me for years without varnishing. And as soon somebody just wanted to buy it, or I gotta show it maybe in an art exhibition or someplace, then I varnish the painting. And for that time, usually I don't wanna retouch anything. Yeah. I'm trying to remember because it's been so many years, painting and so many things. Maybe I'm trying to remember. Maybe somebody. So from time to time, I got some people asking me to retouch a painting, and if I see the painting has some varnish, because it's pretty clear, when the painting is so even and shiny, and then what I use is turpentine a little bit, with a little bit with like this thing to clean, the ears. I keep forgetting those little things. Tea, teapots, or something like that. Yeah. Uh, yeah, with that, I would try to, take out a little bit of the varnish, just a little bit, and then continue painting. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think the forehead is a little bit dark. It should be a little bit darker. I'm adjusting values. I drew a little bit of this eye. No, I got the shape, all this shape around this eye, but it's not good yet. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a tiny brush. Let's pick up this color here. I'm thinking about this triangular shape of the eye, of the weight of the eye. Q-tips, thank you. Hello, Sharon. Okay, let's see. brush for blending. As you can see, I'm working on values, color, and drawing a little bit. At some point, I know that I'm gonna see his face. I'm gonna start getting closer with the likeness, and at that point is kind of always the same. Is 1 minute I see his face, the next minute kind of I don't see. It's not him. It's him. It's not him, and we have to deal with that. Okay. Cleaning my brush. Okay, I need to step back. Let's check out. Okay, I'm gonna darken up a little bit the background. Mixing black, raw umber and black, a touch of alizarin crimson. Let's see. The neck is too thick. Yes, there. Okay, stepping back, comparing. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking, maybe I gotta move this eye. Oh, something is not okay with the shape here. Okay. Maybe it's the nose has to be a little bit shorter. Okay. I'm just going to continue. There are so many questions that obviously I cannot answer, like, I'm just thinking out loud, like, hey, I gotta move one eye, or just gonna move the nose a little bit up. Okay, I don't know. Okay, now what I gotta do is just continue copying. Okay? You see that it's been an hour. I have a face here. Kind of the proportions are close, but it's not him. Eh? Okay, let's continue. Mustache here. Now I'm thinking I should have picked up a different photograph. This one is tough. Okay, let's see. Uh, Hello, Bob. Drink water. What's the most important artist tool you have got, Renzo? Okay. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking. Mm, no, to be honest, I stayed like using the same, you know, thing that I learned as a student. It was just using my brush in my finger and measuring, and I was just like that all the time, measuring and measuring, and that was kind of the 5 years, 6 years that I studied art. I was doing just the same. Okay, with time, I got some tools, let's say, and I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, like, but it depends. What the reason. For example, one thing that I bought and I thought it was pretty necessary because I was painting commissions and I was kind of really tired of dealing with likeness and all of that. And what I did, I bought some kind of projector. I think it was a simple thing. You put the photograph, you put this thing on, and that projects the photograph on the canvas, and then you go and you draw. That was, let's say, the easier, faster way to get closer on the likeness. Just 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. ¿Sí? Sí, fue a las Américas es. Sí. Recién he empezado. Pásame el teléfono, marca y pon un papel lo que quieran para pedir. Sorry. You know, I just my son is asking me to ask for food. I told him, you ask and say no. I want to say, okay, okay. Oh, I was thinking about the tool. Eh? And that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. I used that, for painting. Like I got a commission. Remember, I had to paint in a copy. One painting. It was a Rubens painting. I think it was like 8 characters. It's kind of drawing all of that. So difficult. And let's say that was one of my tools for so many years. Eh? And then I sold this little thing. I sold it because I needed some money. Yeah, and I sold it. It just and then I didn't have any tool anymore. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what else I used. Because this is a good question. I just trying to go over my memories. Okay, I need to step back and check out. Hello, exploring history. Thank you. Hello, Oscar. Thank you. Okay. I'll step back. I'm starting to see a little bit of his face, you know. I got one eye bigger than the other. Yeah. The nose is kind of thick and it has more light than the photograph. Okay. I'm just thinking out loud, okay? I'm not saying that I'm gonna fix all of those things that I'm mentioning. No, that's something that I used to do. I go over my mistakes and I continue painting. If I'm working on one eye, I'm gonna move to the other eye. I'm gonna step back, I see a mistake, and say, okay, I'm gonna fix that, and move to the nose, to the mouth. It just, it took me so much to get used to kind of just follow, let's say, some recipe, for saying some way. And because I so tempted, I see a mistake, I'm gonna go back and fix it. No, okay. I know, for example, I need more shadow here, or move the eyebrow a little bit lower. I'm working right now here on the face, and I'm gonna continue. I got to the beard area. I'm gonna go to the neck, and then I'm gonna move up again. But I'm not gonna just break my process, because I have done that so many times. I have broken my process, and it's worse. It's worse, definitely worse. I lose control on, you know, it's just like when that happened to me, because I wanted to fix something here and there. I lost control of values, color. I just prefer to stay, continue painting just, and continue checking and fixing things just little by little. That's to worry. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna move to the eyes. Okay, I saw something here. It's like the eyebrow and the eye are just kind of closer. My eyebrow is too up. Yeah, I see that. Okay, maybe because I haven't painted here the upper eyelid. Let's paint the upper eyelid. I'm gonna move the eyebrow a little bit lower, or maybe it's the eye a little bit up. Okay, just the eyebrow a little bit lower. When I used to do this, like in front of people, obviously, here in front of people, but people just around me, just commenting and speaking out loud, and and it's pretty funny because you start to swear, to curse, yeah, you just you know and then you start to relax when you start to listen to people saying, "Oh wow, that's him. That's it looks like." I say, "Wow." I had experienced that so many times, you know. The last time I did that, it was like 4 years ago when I was working as a teacher. I remember because my friend, it was the principal. He was like, "Hey, we need to go to some schools to pick up no new students, you know, and you gotta just show, you gotta do some demos." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I can. What if I say no?" He was, "What? I brought you here because of that." It was okay. And I used to paint just with the sword palette, just yellow ochre, red, black and white, because it was faster and easier just to mix colors and try to finish up a painting in just and an hour and a half. I used to have an hour and a half. Okay, let's see. I think now I see that I'm getting a little bit closer to the face. Yeah, at least it's different. It was like 20 minutes ago. It was a completely different person. I just was just seeing the proportions. Yeah, but now I see a little bit of him. Okay. Okay. The idea is, to get closer, get closer. Oh, Jim is saying, I think Photoshop is your most important artist tool now. Oh, yes, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I can retouch the painting. This thing about reversing the painting is better than using a mirror. Zoom in, zoom out, put the painting and the photograph next to each other and compare. That's you just amazing. It's just perfect. Uh, John is saying, trusting the process is the key. Yes, perfect. Nilu is doing good. We're learning how to tackle. Hello, Michael. James saying, remember to hit the like button. Yeah, please hit the like button. Oh, Exploring History saying, jawbone, mustache needs to be corrected. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna check on that. Okay. I need to get his smile. Yeah. I think I dropped this mustache here too much. Yeah. Wow, I think I didn't. I think it's up here a lot. I drop it a lot. Yeah. Man, I just moving my eyes left to right, really fast, and I noticed that. Yeah. Soften the edge. And the same with the mouth. I think I dropped this. He has like a slightly smile. Yeah? Okay, let's see, let's see. A little bit darker here, a little bit darker here. Okay. Darker here with the nostril. Soften the edge. Okay. Let's paint the mouth. Maybe the shadow here. It's gonna move the mouth a little bit up, or something is there. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, but something is not okay. I'll try to make him smile a little bit. Here. And I can see a little bit of a light here. Yeah. Yeah. Feel free to ask me any question. Okay, I need a little bit of shadow here. Okay, go here, up here. Okay. Hello Sylvia, hello Mr. Herb Jones. Greetings. I'm going to do a 4 portrait painting of the same person at 4 stages of their life, from baby to old age. How do I make them look the same? Wow, that's gonna be pretty tough. Uh, you know, it's just a lot of observation. You know, copy is, when we paint a portrait, we need to copy as much as possible. Put the image next to the painting. That helps a lot. Okay, helps a lot. Use, you know, any app to take a photograph and reverse it, or the cell phone. I think I can do that. Butcher of Vavluken is telling me who has been your favorite person to paint and why. Michael is telling me what colors are you use. Was a bit late. Okay, I'm using titanium white, cadmium yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, raw umber, and ivory black. Simus telling me, do you know Johnny Depp's band? No, 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 I don't know. Vishal is asking me, what software do you prefer to paint? I prefer Canvas. Exploring history. This is a nice question. Do you better with better mood, or do you get better mood after doing better? I don't know. Uh, eh, yeah, painting a portrait, I can start the painting like pretty motivated or pretty boring, but when I'm in the process, like right now in the middle of the process, the feeling is every time the same. Every time it's just the same. I go like on ups and downs. My head and thinking when things are not, not I don't see the face, and the first thing I used to think is like I should have picked up a different photograph, a easier one. That's the first thing I think. And after that, I just continue, like I don't think I need anything more. Just continue painting, and I go over eyes, nose, mouth, and up and down, light, shadows. Squinting down my eyes, comparing again, checking out again the lights, the shadows, midtones, thinking about the roundness of the face. Being sure that, for example, here on the edge of the face, the color has to be a little bit darker, a little bit, just to create the illusion that the face is turning. Checking about edges, and checking about where's the light, midtones, the light because of the bones of the face, like here, this light here. Yeah. But besides that, I go like on the same, like when I start to see the likeness, it's like, oh my God, I got a little bit happier, eh? And then all of a sudden, in the next 5 minutes, I laid down a couple of brush strokes and I lost it. I said, oh my God, it's terrible. Yeah. And I just, continue painting. And then I see the face again. I say, whoa, yeah, I got it now. And then the next 5 minutes again. I mean, this keep happening during the process. But it's the same. It's the same. It's just like when we paint with trap, and the emotions just go in and out. And I gotta just kind of continue working, just thinking about the rules of painting, about the rules, and the emotions that we feel that is just there. We cannot get rid of them. It's just gonna stay there. We cannot do anything about that. Yeah, but it's different. If I could be working like working not here, in a studio, I was sometimes like how can you say it? Like sometimes going back to the paint, say, oh my God, what's wrong? Why? Screaming and cursing. I say, and then I calm down, and then I'm gonna drink some water. No, I'm gonna drink some coffee. To speed it up my rhythm. And I drink a coffee, and all of a sudden I just, okay, I'm gonna put music. Yeah, that's what I need. Music. Yeah. Then I put music, and then I choose like classical music, and just paint. Yes, and I said no, and I put like rock, I'm just going on things that I have done. Here in YouTube, I kind of keep myself like flat, And I remember like when I used to live with some friends on an apartment that we used to share, like it was a studio. You know, I used the bigger room for painting. My other friend, he used the other bigger room for theater, for playing theater, for practicing plays. You know, and the other guy, he was a smaller studio just for doing few things that he used to do, not that much. And sometimes, you know, when I got to that stage, I put music pretty loud, really loud, like if you see the volume, like the top, and I was there painting, you know, and usually nobody complains, yeah? But from time to time, you know, some of my friends, it was like, oh my God, you know, put the volume down, you know, like we're trying to work here. I say, okay, okay, sorry, I thought I was alone, you know, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, one day I'm gonna show more, a little bit more of that. Yeah. Uh, oh, what surface? Who's been your favorite person to paint and why? Yeah, I don't remember. I painted so many portraits. No, to be honest, no. I just the ones that I liked the most. No, it wasn't for the person. It was because I got a nice painting. You know, at the end it was like, hey, I did it. You know, the painting is good. I like it. After 2 3 hours, just dealing with the face, I got it, and yeah, that that feeling, that's what kind of defines uh, a painting for me. Like, oh, this is one of my fave paintings. That's not fair, because it's not about the face. Yeah, it's more about the result. Oh, different question. I got a different question here. Any change you could do? Sing Connery, please. Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow, he passed away on October 21st. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna paint him, definitely. Sylvia, do you use the technique a la prima also for landscape paintings or only for portraits? Yeah, I mean, for like, lately for everything that I paint, I use the same, a la prima. And basically, I paint here on YouTube and I paint with my patrons. And everything that we paint is just a la prima. Oh, no, no, I'm lying. We paint Tuesdays human figure, and we do that in so many sessions, like 2 3 sessions. No, usually two, but it's just like a different approach with another painting, and then you know adding more and more paint. Okay. Okay, Monique. Thank you. Vishal is when, how do you got into art? Okay. Oh, yeah. I keep telling the same story. Is my family, basically all a lot of people in my family, they are painters, or they have to do something with art. Yeah, you know, basically, imagine those families that they have like a family business, and the kids that grow in that family, they start helping the family business because they have to do it. It's not there's the those kids don't have an option. They just have to help. And the family business here, it was painting portraits, but it was just one person business. My mom, my dad too. My dad, he painted portraits, but I lived with my mom, not with my dad. And yeah, that was the family business, and I was introduced to painting pretty early on my life. Right? I wanted to go out to play, and my mom is, you first paint and then you go to play. You first help. And I was okay. I don't remember that clearly, but for me at that time it was just about copying the photograph. I never think about anything more, just kind of copy, just copy. Now, copying with knowledge about anatomy or knowledge about for something pretty simple like a basic form, like when we paint a face is something spherical, helps a lot, you know. Because at that time I remember perfectly, it was just painting. I used to paint for an hour and go out. And it was like when I was 14, maybe, or 12. I don't remember. Somebody told me to, that it was even. I was speaking with my dad like I don't know, like a couple of weeks ago. And he told me something like that. No, I don't even remember pretty clearly. But it just come out of the conversation, that I used to paint when I was maybe 12 years old. But a few things, just few things. Okay, I need to step back and check out. Yeah, I need to do something with the background because I don't like this color here. I'm just gonna make some. I'm gonna knock down this color. I picked up too much white on my brush. I got this color too milky. I didn't want something like that. read the comments in just 1 second. I'm trying to adjust values here. Well, the likeness is not just on getting the position of the eyes and nose and mouth. It has to do a lot with values. Okay, it's been an hour and a half. Yeah, I still have time for continue working. Garu George is asking me, considering the amount of paint you use for a portrait, do you ever have an issue with cracking when completely dry? Oh no, no, not that I know. Yeah, but I remember that so many of my uh, uh, how much? Okay, I got a bunch of paintings here, like from YouTube, like a lot. I don't even know how many, but more than maybe 100 from YouTube and from the lessons on Patreon. It's been like 2 years, and so, everything is okay. And for older paintings, it's just like I don't see anything about them. Like I sold the painting, and usually I lost the contact with the client. I don't know why. Yeah. It's just like you know what happened. Mm. Yeah. And this thing about losing contact with the client. I know why. Usually because most of the time I have sold the paintings through an art gallery, and usually when you work with an art gallery, you don't have contact with the clients. You know, that means that the client, the the, the the person that buy you a painting, buys a painting from you. I mean, they cannot, contact you in any way. Everything is through the art gallery. Yeah. I used to work with an art gallery here in Peru. Uh, yeah, I was making good money with the gallery. Everything was pretty good, but I was young, and I didn't. I gotta say that I lost contact with the gallery, and the owner just ended up being mad with me because you know. Uh, how can I say it? I mean, when you work with a gallery, it's like you gotta honor your word kind of respect a deal. And I was young, and then I didn't care that much about that. I wasn't good on my part. The last thing that happened, I remember, because I got a problem with this gallery, and this guy, he he gave me a second opportunity, like, hey, let's work together again. Don't worry about what happened. Uh, and I remember uh, he came to my house and he saw some paintings. No, it wasn't like that. I sent him some paintings, some the photograph. He saw the paintings. He was like, okay, keep the paintings with you. I'm gonna just look for some clients. Yeah, and yeah, that I was like, if that happens, you gotta just wait. You know, it's like you have a kind of a deal. You know, even that maybe what you should do in that situation is just wait for, you know. And then I got somebody just the next day, and this guy was like, "Hey man, you know, I love your paintings, and I would love to buy you a painting." I said, "Yeah, yeah, I got some paintings here." I showed him some paintings. He was, "I don't like it." What about those paintings? You know, I've compromised with this gallery, and those paintings are gonna, you know, he's looking for some clients, and I gotta respect, you know, that I gotta wait for him. And he was, you know, tomorrow I'm going on a trip. I'll be back here maybe in 6 months, and I don't know about you, but I got the money here, you know, cash. You wanna sell them to me? I'm gonna take, you know, 3 of them. And he flashed me the money, and I was, yeah, let's do the deal. And he bought me, you know, 3 paintings. There, I remember he paid me like $2,000, I think, for the 3 paintings. It was like 30 by 40 inches each painting. It was like 10 years ago, maybe. And then the next day, the gallery owner, he just called me, and he was like, "Hey, I got a client. You know, one of my clients who she wants to see the paintings." And I was, you know what happened? I sold the paintings yesterday, and he got mad like, "Hey man, you know, we have a deal. You cannot do that. If I'm telling you I'm looking for clients, you gotta wait. You know, that's kind of, you're impossible. You know, I cannot work with you in that like that." And I was so sorry. And he was like, "Oh, you know, go to her." That's the way things works with art gallery. I knew that. I knew that, you know, and I just, when I saw the money, I just, you know, I said, okay, I gotta take the money now, or maybe wait for this guy to sell the paintings on his gallery, because that's the other thing. Sometimes you take your paintings to an art gallery, and they are there for months. And after like a couple of months or maybe more, you know, you got a call like, "Hey, you come here to pick up your paintings." No, nobody wants to buy them. Yeah. Then you got into a position like, anyway, that's the way that works with the art galleries. Okay, I need to soften some edges. I need to knock down a little bit of red on the face, or maybe add more red in the background in this way. I'm not gonna knock down the red on the face. What about reflected light? I love a reflected light, especially an orange reflected light, like here, you know. But what about bluish reflected light? No. Let's paint some orange here. I don't like it. I want to add some color there, but I don't know. I don't know. I usually add orange, and it works pretty good. Okay, I gotta go back to the face and thinking about the likeness. Okay, because I've been working here and there and thinking about values. And I got kind of lost thinking about, you know, about art galleries. But that's how it works when you work with an art gallery. And now, you know, I remember once I had a really good opportunity to work with a really good gallery. It was in Miami, and this was the deal was like this. The gallery here in Peru, it got no, the gallery in Miami got 50% of the, from the painting. Let's say the painting is $1,000. The gallery got 50%, and from the other 50%, the gallery in Peru takes 50%. At the end, what I got is 25%. Okay, and at that time, I thought that's not good. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want that deal. Yeah, for nothing. And now, but that's how the things works. It could sound unfair, but that's how things works. I know now. I learned that with time. Okay. If I could have the same opportunity again, I would take it, because it took me some time just to learn that how things works in the art world. Just 1 second. Leo, ¿qué compraron? Ah, ¿y por qué no pidieron el otro? Bueno. Yeah. That's my son, he's complaining because he wanted to ask for some food, and he ended up asking for the local restaurant, the same one that we used to eat once a week at least. And he was, hey, we got the same food, that's all your fault, because you're there painting. You didn't ask for the food. For me, it was like, oh my God, I'm gonna eat just, I wanted to eat something really tasty. Okay, I'm gonna zoom the a little bit zoom in the portrait. I need to work on some details. I think there. Okay. Let's see some questions. Somebody has a question? Jonas, should you push the contrast strong at the start or slowly increase it, like building it up? Yeah, for me it's like building it up, and at the same time, like this getting close, because sometimes I wanna, I think, hey, this shadow has to be really dark. I do it, and then all of a sudden I paint the background. I paint more in the shadow that I painted at the beginning that I thought was dark. It looks lighter then, and you say, I made a mistake here, a value mistake. And yeah, I'm gonna say that happens. That happens so often. That's what I keep saying, that I wanna get closer, and from there I build up likeness and values, of course, because it's like everything is there together. Likeness and values. Let me check out. I'm gonna lay down here the highlight on this eye. It's pretty close to the edge of the iris. A little bit lighter here. To make this darker, I'm gonna make this darker. I'm gonna move the tear duct a little bit up, a little bit darker, this clearer here. Let's soften some edges. Squinting down my eyes and thinking about values. For example, here it has to be a little bit darker. Okay, let's move to the other eye. Yeah, let's move to this eye. Okay, I think it's okay, this one. Yeah, more light, just more light here. And I'm pressing lightly to blend a little bit here. Okay, now I think it's time to capture my screen and reverse the image and check out on Photoshop. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna paint a little bit more this eye. A little bit of light on the lower eyelid. Okay, let's step back. Okay, I'm going to capture my screen. And let's see. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna share my screen in just a minute. Just 1 second. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, here's Photoshop. Need to cut this to make it bigger, and I'm gonna adjust the size of this one. Okay, I'm gonna tilt it a little bit more. Yeah, I think I got too much light on the nose. Yeah, I'm gonna reverse both. Yeah, the mouth is not okay. I think the eyes are okay, but I still need to work more on the eyes. It's more about the size of one eye. Open a little one eye a little bit more. Knocking down the light, the highlight on the nose. Too much highlight. And yeah, what else? What else? Okay, I'm gonna just point out one stage here. I'm gonna draw on top of here. Okay. Let's see. I see light here, knocking down this light. Another thing that I see, maybe the image is too small. Look at the shape of the nose. Look at the shape of the nose. Okay, it's kind of like that. I don't got that. Okay, I gotta work in this area. Okay, all these things you gotta check up with a mirror. Okay, I got the mustache. Look at the shape of the mustache. Yeah, I got that. I think. Yeah. I got the shape of the face, but I gotta work in this area. Yeah. Okay, what else? Too much light here. Yeah, too much light, too much light. Okay, I'm gonna reverse it again. Yeah. Okay, again, the shadow. I gotta do something with the shadow. I still don't know what to do, but something with the shadow. Forehead is okay. Yeah, too much light on the nose. One nostril. The mouth, there is something on the mouth that I gotta fix in this area here. The lower lip. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Yeah. I'm thinking maybe the photograph has been retouched a little bit and I see too much light here. What do you think? What if I darken up this? It's gonna be more natural. Because you know this light is making this eye kind of coming forward a little bit more than this one. And yeah, I don't know. Obviously I got this eye off, you know, it's not good. Yeah. Okay, let's continue painting. No? Those are the things that we gotta check out when we use a mirror. When we have the photograph and the painting close to each other. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see. First, I'm gonna knock down the highlight on the nose. You know, that's the first thing that caught my eye. It's just like, pick up a little bit of this color. Yeah, okay. Need some paper towel. Okay. Now I'm going to work on the nostril here. I think I'm gonna move the nostril a little bit, or maybe just the shadow. thing I noticed, there is a shadow here. Let's make it kind of greenish, a little bit. Shadow here. Maybe I have this iris a little bit bigger. Okay, the other thing I saw was about the mouth. What's about here? I'm gonna try to copy the line here in the middle. This has to be pretty soft because there is a cast shadow from the upper lip on the lower lip. Okay. His face is pretty difficult. I'm gonna light up here. Okay. Let's see. Renzo, the right eye looks off to me. Okay, this one. Yeah. Okay. It's up higher than the left. It seems smaller and being dark. It looks receding in the face. That's my impression, and heaven knows. Thank you, Mary. Okay. I'm squinting down my eyes and you know, moving my eyes from the photograph to the painting, from the photograph to the painting. Really fast. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The nose a little bit lighter here. And pinky. Now I'm going lighting up, darken up. This light that I just added here is too bright. It's too bright for this area. Yeah? Okay, let's work the shadow here. I'm mixing this orangey color here, darker on the palette, but my intention is, you know, continue mixing the color here with the painting that is already here. Okay. The same here. Okay, let's see. I see a little bit of a shadow that goes like this. Yeah. I'm gonna soften the light here. Okay, maybe make the cheek here a little bit more rounded. Okay, let's see. Mercy, the skin colors are very nice. You always accept suggestions honestly. Makes you a treasure and unique teacher. Thank you. We all need a little help from our friends. Yes? Yeah, of course. Yeah. A critique is always welcome, you know. And sometimes we don't see things, and we need somebody just to point out a few things, and we kind of, you know, for me, it's just like, wow, I didn't see that. Yeah, and definitely helps me to make corrections. You know, because during the whole process, it's like there are more there are more questions that we cannot answer during the whole process because it's just like what is wrong, and I got used to you know, I don't know, I just continue trying to copy, continue, and at some point I'm gonna be able to see the differences, you know, and try to fix them. But definitely some of them are not gonna be possible for me to fix. If that would be possible, I'm going to be a painter. I would be like those new programs that are used for painting. What's that? Does that AI? I think I've been listening everywhere that those artificial intelligence programs. I don't know. I know, but I heard that some people are using that to kind of paint. It's more for digital painters, I think, as a base, and then they work on top of that. And somebody told me that like in the last streaming, like, hey, what about if you use that? And I was like, I don't know anything about that. I still don't know, you know. I haven't checked out. I started to pay attention to those little things, to those comments about AI. I don't even know what it was that, or how they create a painting using the AI. Okay. I had this red because I wanted to warm up the shadow here. Yeah, but I still, you know, working on that area. Okay, I got a problem here on this eye. Definitely, I don't know how I'm going to fix that. And then what I do basically is just, you know, move things. I move, I compare. I move, I compare. No, in this, I got like maybe 50 or more of my mistakes when I move my eyes from the photograph to the painting really fast. You know, yeah. Or maybe it's between that and using the mirror, eh? Reversing the image. It's just, I think it's a combination of those two things. But this thing about comparing obviously is there's something that I do more than using the mirror, because for using the mirror I gotta just kind of stop. In my case, you know, I use Photoshop. I gotta stop, I gotta just capture my screen. If I use a real mirror, that was gonna be like stand up, trying to find the right position where I see the painting and the photograph together. Okay, time to use a mirror again. I'm gonna capture my screen again. Okay, now I'm gonna use Photoshop and place it here. Now I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, Just 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah, here's Photoshop. Okay, first I want to show you, here you can see to my right the layers. I'm going to show you how it was before on my first check-in. It was like this. Can you see it? Can you see the difference? I'm going to just zoom in on his face. Now it's like this. Before and after. Okay? Now comes the comparison. Yeah, you know, one thing that I was thinking at the very beginning, I was thinking I'm gonna try to copy the nose, and maybe I'm gonna exaggerate how tilted is the nose, and I think I did that. Okay, about the mouth, I think it's better. It's closer. Yeah. Still the eyes, you know, I think I need to darken up the eyes. Just like adding like a little makeup on the eyes. What about if I contrast my painting? Looks better? No, I wanna reverse it. Oops, I wanna just back. Okay, you know, I think I got the mandible. I need to work on the beard. I got the mustache. Okay, you see the mustache is off. I got that, but I have to make it darker. I got the position of the eyes, but it's just, I think it's the size of the eyes. Or maybe painting the eyes darker. Darker eyes, yes, darker eyes. What about darken up the eyes? Okay, what about the forehead? The shape of the forehead is not okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up just a brush here. And what about the shape of the forehead? I need to make it like this, yeah, more curvy. Yeah, and a little bit up here, I think. Okay, now what about darkening up the eyes? I don't know, he has black eyes, blue eyes, green eyes. Look at that. Yeah, I think it's that helps a lot. What do you think? Yeah, I'm gonna darken up the eyes because without that the eyes looks kind of transparent, you see? I think I got the eyes darker before. I added a little bit of light to the iris and then I changed that. Okay, go back to the painting. I'm gonna read a question. Nix, hello Nix, I just joined the stream. How are you? Thank you. Are able to layer the paint and finish it? Oh, okay. How are you able to layer the paint and finish the portrait in one sitting? I find that when I paint, I have to wait some days before layering as the paint gets too wet. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's better waiting. I just painting at the prima. I try to finish up in just one session. That's my, you know, uh, I don't know. What can I say? That's my personal challenge. Let's say it. Yeah. Yeah, I put myself in this situation once a week. Thursdays, usually Thursdays at 2 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, I'm using just pure black. Okay, that's just like adding some makeup. Simulating a little bit of eyelashes. Picking up black again. See a little bit of a reflected light. I'm gonna try to just paint the reflected light on the iris just later. I've been working like how much time? I usually paint for 3 hours. I've been working 2 hours and 20 minutes. I still have time to fix a lot of things here. Are you using any medium? No, no, I'm not using any medium. I usually use paint with oil paint. Use medium at the beginning for. I have used for the drawing at the beginning, and I have used it to paint the background. Making the eyebrow a little bit darker. He has a wrinkle here. Next week I'm gonna paint. What's the name of his ex-wife? Sorry, I don't remember. I'm not good with names. Somebody remember the name? I painted Angelina Jolie. I painted Brad Pitt. Now I'm painting Johnny Depp. I gotta paint, his ex-wife. What's the name? Sorry that. I'm gonna soften this edge here. I'm gonna see the comments. Somebody just. I think. Yeah, I see a mistake here. There is some cast shadow from the mustache. Thank you, Tim Cox. Garou saying Amber Heard. Oh, Diane Charet is telling me hi. If I have a 4-year-old boy with an ultramarine and light blue winter coat, holding a black Dutch, Dutch Shun dog, what color should I use for the background? Wow, it's pretty hard to picture that in my mind. Okay, wait. 4-year-old boy with an ultramarine and light blue winter coat. Okay, holding a black Dachshund dog. Okay, Dutch Hun or Hunt. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, a kid holding a dog. Ultramarine, light blue. Wow. I'm gonna think about it while I paint. Okay, it's kind of difficult, but one thing that I'm gonna tell you about picking up background. Okay, it's just we use the background for two reasons. If we wanna create contrast, okay, or if we want to kind of, let's say, calm down the scene. It's just like everything is soft. Okay, imagine that you have this ultramarine color there, and you want to create contrast. Usually we pick up the opposite color in the color wheel. Okay, and we can exaggerate. Let's say we have orange and blue, that's the opposite colors. We exaggerate in terms of a value. Like, for example, I have a subject that's orange. I can paint the background blue. We can make it darker blue. That means that I'm using the opposite color, no, and at the same time I'm changing the value a little bit more. Blue is dark, yeah. We can make it even darker. That's going to exaggerate the contrast. That means that I have contrast between colors, and I'm adding value contrast. Okay, what else I can do? I can just make the blue a little bit purple. A little bit purple, that means that I'm making this blue even cooler, which that means that I'm adding temperature contrast. Okay, and I can just go on just doing this thing about contrast more and more and more. It depends of, like I said before, what I want. Okay, for example, in a classical painting, traditional, really classical painting, museum style, it's pretty common to see, blacks or really dark browns backgrounds. Those works pretty good. But that's kind of the classical approach. We can go on that, doing that, yeah, of course, I love when I paint that really dark background. Usually the light area of the face just pop forward because of the contrast. That's kind of something simple. Yeah? But we can just, like I said, I have seen some pop art where the backgrounds are printing things pure colors. Okay. And for that situation, again, that depends on what we want. You change the mood of the painting too, because a darker background definitely it makes everything, knocked down, serious. A colorful background changes the mood. Mm-mm. just comparing a lot here. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker, this area here. I'm gonna light up here again. This is what it takes, you know, a little back and forth. Okay. Moving, I'm using 3 brushes right now. This one with light color, darker color, and a brush for blending. How about if I make this darker? Okay. What if I thin? The eyebrow here. A little bit darker here, a little bit darker here. Darker. Darker. I'm exaggerating a little bit the contrast on my painting, and I'm keeping my eyes squinted. Remember, you can ask me any question you want. Pure black to darken up this eye. The highlight, I think we need to add some life. Oops, that was too much, I think. Yeah, too much. I gotta just reduce the highlight. Here. Okay. Don't forget to smash the thumbs. Oh, thank you. Yeah, please, if you like what you see, you can just, press the like button. Bob Drinkwater is asking me, does your mom still paint? No, she doesn't paint anymore. I don't know why. I mean, she could be painting. She still could paint, but it's just like, maybe for her it's just like painting became, a work that at some point she was maybe thinking, and someday I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna rest, and I'm not gonna paint anymore. Yeah, but she has, the only thing that she's proud about is about her paintings when she was young. Her, like, let's say original paintings, but she kind of gave up on her paintings because she had to, put meal on the table. In portraits, that was the thing, that the easy thing, how to get money. And I think at some point she just got tired and she was like, I'm not gonna paint portraits anymore. And that's why she doesn't paint. That's what I think, because, for example, if in my case, if I paint what I want, because, what I'm painting right now is what I want, I picture myself doing this until the day I die, like if I can hold a brush and I'm 90 years old and I can hold a brush, I'm gonna be painting. Okay? But how does this word burnt out? I think she's burned out herself with too much uh, work. For example, my dad is different. It's a different story. He uh, he still paints. I think he find he he managed himself to find the balance between work and painting his own things. And I remember him like being so clear about something. Like he painted commissions like from, let's say, Tuesday to Friday for 4 days or 3 days of the week. Just those days. From Friday, Sunday, and Saturday, he painted his own things. That means that you see that kind of, he was protecting his personal work because she didn't to burn out himself just by working. But for my mom, it was different. She was kind of working, painting portrait day at night, date at night. It was just, you know, daily, portrait after portrait after portrait. Yeah. I'll make this darker. What time is it? 2 hours, 40 minutes. I have 20 minutes. Try just to put a time to my work, like just 3 hours top. But if at some point I gotta spend more time, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna spend more time. I'm exaggerating a little bit of the contrast, okay? I'm making everything a little bit darker. The beard, the eyes, the eyebrows. do you think? What do you think? I'm knocking down this shadow a little bit, but I want to see a little bit of this red, okay? Okay, I'm gonna use a fan brush. Oh, I don't have it. I'm gonna use the brush that I use for blending. I press it like this to open the hair, okay? And I go really lightly. Like that, okay? Okay. I clean the brush. I'm gonna go back to fix a little bit here. There's something that I couldn't get, you know, is this slightly smile that he has. I'm thinking maybe because just here, have to make it more rounded to create the smile. What do you think? It could be this little light here. What? Or maybe something so simple like moving up the corner of the corners of the mouth. Could be. Oh, look at that! I laid down a brush stroke. Okay. Garou George saying, I find if I mix lemon yellow and a red together, I don't get a nice orange color. Should I use a different yellow? Or for orange, like orange, which I love for some reflected light, I I prefer cadmium orange directly from the tube. Yeah. And even that is pretty strong. Even that I'm using the student grade. If I use, you know, the professional grade, that's even, you know, more saturated with just a tiny bit. You're gonna get a nice color. I use it, for example. Okay, I think I don't know if that's gonna work for this painting and or reflect the light here, but let's do it. I love this warm reflected light. gonna use a little bit of a cool shadow here, a little bit. A little bit of purple. Oh, Dayan, thank you very much. You can inspire me. I will try the dark blue purple background as you suggested. Oh, that's good. 62 and still painting. That's very nice. Oh, thank you, Monique. A friend of my father painting also at 95 years old. Oh, wow. Yeah. 95. Oh, okay. I hope we could get to 95. Is few people, I think, make, get to that number. Thank you, Wolfpack Studios. Okay. Still have a little bit of time. Put this reflected light. Little bit of this purple. Okay, a little bit of light blue. A knockdown blue. A little bit of more red. And just, I go all over the painting here and there, just checking what to fix. A little bit of shadow here. Sometimes in this stage of making little retouches, we got the likeness we want. Sometimes. I'm just using one brush and I'm going just using all the colors with this brush. Okay. Reflected light. A little bit of blue, a little bit of red. Oh, the mouth. I think I see something on the mouth. That's not okay. Yeah, I gotta soften the edge. Yeah. I start to exaggerate everything here, and that's not gonna work for every area of the face. A bit of blue. I want to paint this guy again, but maybe as a I like it. This movie, is a barber. He plays a barber. He kills people. What's the name? It's a pretty sad movie. Sweetie Tot. I remember Sweetie Tot. Yeah, that was the name. Yeah, Sweetie Tot. Adding a little bit of red, just some touches, to create some transparency on the ear. A little bit of light blue. It's not like light blue, a pure light blue. It's a knockdown blue, a gray down blue. A little bit of blue and white. A little bit of orange and white. Okay. Joan, thank you. Hello, Joan. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Jonas. Thank you, Sylvia. Mary saying, really, really nice. Where did you buy 1,000 of those white gold tip nylon brushes? Yes, they're pretty cheap. Uh, I keep finding. I thought I was like a week ago. I gotta go buy these brushes, and then I was moving things here, and I found a couple of a couple of sets. I said, "Wow, I don't know how much of them I bought the last time." Thank you, Bob. Sweeney Todd. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Nikki. I'm hitting 3 hours. Is about the time that I spent, on a painting. But I'm still checking out values. Squinting on my eyes and lighten up, darken up. Thank you all for being here. Okay. if I darken up the background a little bit more? At least here. I want to sharpen this edge. Just the face, not the neck. Just a little bit. Just here, not the ear. I see that the ear is sharp too on the photograph, but I just kill the edge. Create some depth. I'm gonna soften the edge here. I'm gonna keep it sharp here. I can do the same here on the shadow. If you want to exaggerate even more contrast, you can light up the background here. That's something pretty common, you know. Light area of the face with a dark background. Shadow area of the face with a light background. And that creates even more contrast. Okay, now we're going to go to it, and we have a class. I have a class later, a drawing class. Yeah, I think that helps, you know, sharpen this little portion here. I'm softening this just a tiny bit. Still think that I gotta do something with this eye. Something is wrong with this eye. I don't know what it was, but okay. And I think I'd make him a little bit older, eh? He's younger on the photograph. I think, not so sure, but it looks like maybe because of the brush strokes. I think I could make it younger if I just soften the brush strokes, but I like it like that. I got more paint on the light than the shadow. Ok, ¿te llamo en un minuto? Sí, ahorita estoy en YouTube, te llamo en un minuto, en serio. Sí. Okay. Sorry, I gotta take the calls. You know, I don't know who's calling, and I gotta take the calls. I got a touch of yellow, a little bit, you know, yellow. There is a little bit of yellow here, a little bit of light blue here. I don't see the green that I painted at the beginning, but yeah, there is something there. I hope. Okay, what else? Too much head? Wow, I think I had too much hair here. Eh? I'm just gonna blur it because I don't even see it. I don't see it so clearly. Where's here? Where is it? I don't. Got too much light here on my little studio, and when I turn off like 90% of my lights, then I see more clearly the values on the photograph. Okay, and what I usually do in order to, knowing that, what I do is I darken up a little bit the photograph. That means that what you see on the screen is a little bit different than what I see on my screen. On my screen is a little bit darker, the photograph. Because too much light, since I'm using a computer, my monitor, it gets a little bit kind of, it gets all the light, and I don't see like a high contrast in my monitor. That happens because there is a lot of light here. Yeah. Oh, the nose, Mary. Yeah, at the beginning of the video, I was speaking about the nose and how it's a little bit tilted, it's a little bit off. And I think maybe, I was trying to get that, and maybe I made a mistake. I'm gonna check out again the photograph. Look at that. I'm gonna reverse it. That was the painting before. That's the reverse image. I can see that the nose is a little bit, a little bit like going to that direction, like that. I tried to capture that. Maybe I have exaggerated that a little bit. Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah. No, maybe. I'm pretty sure I have exaggerated that a little bit. That's what we do when we try to copy something. I'm trying to push the shadow a little bit. Okay. It's just 3 hours and time to go. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Hope you like it, and hope you have learned something from me. Okay. Take care, everybody. See you next week. Okay. I was checking for the last time, just, Yeah, I see things that I could fix, but I'm tired. I still think this eye is not okay. You know what I want to do is move the iris a little bit to the left, but at the same time, I know that the eyes are not perfect. Okay, and I think he has a little bit of that. Like one eye is looking at you, and the other one is a little bit looking to the left or to the right. And I have seen that so many times on people. And I think I got close enough, and if I move that, maybe it's gonna affect my painting more than help it. But I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Yeah. What about if I do it? Let's see what happens. I'm gonna do it, that's the end of the video. Just gonna move it. A tiny bit. It's better. Maybe that's what I needed. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Maybe it's better. I think it's better. Or no. I should have done this before, maybe. Okay, that's it for today. Sylvia is saying here's night 1:10 a.m. Oh my god. Thank you for being here, Sylvia. Hello, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Take care, everybody. See you next time. Okay, see you next week. Bye. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I got a question here. Diane Charet, did you ever sell a painting to the artist you painted? No. Yeah, I have sold them a lot of paintings to my patrons. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, now I go for real. Bye. Thank you, Ben. Oh, yeah, Nikki, I got it. Thank you so much. I'm preparing everything. I have to make it tomorrow to the mayor post office. But I'm gonna send you first the photograph, okay? I didn't have the time. I couldn't find the time yesterday to do it. Sorry. So sorry. Nikki saying if I buy this campaign next week? Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you buy this one, yeah, I'm gonna send you one painting as a gift. One more painting as a gift. I think you bought me too many paintings this time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nikki. Okay. Okay, now I go. It's so difficult to just, you know, I'm going all over the painting again and again. I see something that I think, oh, this is not good. Now, like right now, I think this ear is too big. I'm just going to soften this, you know, make it a little bit blurry. Just, yeah. Okay. yeah, I gotta go, because you know that's the difficult part, just to let it go. Bye everybody. Okay, thank you so much everybody, especially Nikki who bought this painting. See you all next week. Bye.